calculate the value of potential energy for the charge Q3. But before going to the potential energy, let's find out the potential here. So that's why we wrote the potential V1. The V1 is the potential for charge Q1 at point C. So this is the value of V1 here. In the same way, we calculated the value of V2, means the charge Q2 at point C, the potential due to charge Q2 at Q3, or the potential at point C due to the point B here. So we have calculated this. So the total potential will be equals to, if you consider this, the total potential will be equals to the sum of the potentials here. So we got the sum of potential, let's say where it was. It's like somewhat here. So this is the sum of potential here. This is V is equals to this. So this is the value here, but we are subjected to calculate the potential energy, not only the potential here. So the value of potential energy by now is saying that U is equals to Q3 into V. Yes, U is equals to Q3 into V. Okay, so U is equals to Q3 into V here. So Q3 has a value 0.2 as it was in micro column. So let's change it to the column here. So let's multiply this 0.2 into 10 to the power minus 6, so that this value will reduce to column here, not get to the micro column again. So this is becomes 10 to the power minus 6 into, this is V here and this is the V here, 2.25 into 10 to the power 3 volts. And when we got all this multiplication done, then we will have a value saying the Coulomb volts, and the Coulomb volts will result to joules, and that is the value of energy here. So this is the total potential energy, saying the 4.5 into 10 to the power minus 4 joules. Well, this will be pretty much easier for you. If the question is been asked in this way, I hope that you can do it yourself and do it pretty much better as the way that we have discussed here. It will be the same way for you. Okay, so let me be aside, you can take a screenshot for your reference, then we will proceed for a new example here, which is also much more exciting as the example that which is it. Okay, well, this is enough time for a screenshot, so let me clear this off and let's proceed further. Okay. So what is the next example here? The example saying that there is 3 charges placed at the vertices of a equilateral triangle. So this time the triangle is again been discussed, but the triangle discussed here is equilateral. So it means that all the sides are of the same length here. So let's find out what will be the concept being discussed here, what he has been talking here right now. Let's say a triangle here. Well, this is not so. I said I heard you for the first time that I am not so good at drawing, but it is manageable. Does it look like a equilateral triangle? No, it doesn't. But you can consider yourself that it is a equilateral triangle. Let's say this is the triangle saying the A, B, C are the vertices here. So what does it say? It says that the 3 charges saying the plus q, plus 2q and minus 4q. Let's say here it is the plus q. For B, let's say it is plus 2q, and point C, let's say it is the minus 4q. Are being placed at the vertices of a equilateral triangle, and triangle of side 0.1 meter. Yes, all the sides are of 0.1 meter. Let's say this one is also the 0.1 meter. This is again the 0.1 meter here, and this is again the 0.1 meter here. So these are the distances for the these are the arm lengths, and q is equals to 1.0 into 10 to the power minus 7. Also, Q is equals to 1.0 into 10 to the power minus 7 coulomb. Okay, so this is the value of charge here, saying Q is equals to 1.0 into 10 to the power minus 7 coulomb. So we are subjected to find out what is their mutual potential energy. Yes. What is the mutual potential energy? If you remember the example of square that has been discussed, the very first example in this video, then you will come to know what should be the value of total, I mean the mutual potential energy. The mutual potential energy, it means to say, this is a new term here, but it is not to scare off, because mutual here means that the total potential energy of the system. Yes, we are subjected to calculate the total potential energy by now. So we will calculate them step by step. Let's take one charge for a reference. Let's say that we take point C as a reference, then we will calculate the potential at point C due to the point B, and the potential at point C due to the point A, and for the both of these at point A due to the point B. So that will be enough for us, and summing all them up, we will end up having our result for the potential energies here. So we have been given that the charge Q is equals to this, and the distance is equals to this particular value. Okay, so we have two values here. So it means that we will need a numeral value for the potential energy. So this is not what here, the mutual potential energy by now. Well, now we are subjected to calculate the result here, so we do not need to go for what here. So what should be the value of total potential? Let's say this is the U here, and this has been said that this should be for the U12 here, for U13 plus U23. So this is what I said here. U12 means at point A due to point B. U13 means at point A due to point C, and U23 means at point B due to point C, or you can say that at point C due to point B. That doesn't matter here, it's something like that. Let's say this has the directions. If I say this is somewhat a closing direction, saying this direction, this one direction, and this one direction too. Okay, so this is it we are going to calculate here, but without wasting any time, let's use the formulas here. Where are the formulas? Let's put them step by step, saying that this is equals to K Q1 Q2 upon R, well, we are using A here, plus K Q1 Q3 upon A again, plus K Q2 Q3 upon A. In this way, U will again equals to, so what should be the value using the K Q1 Q2 upon A? What are the constants here? K upon A is constant for everywhere. This is for the Q1 Q2 plus Q1 Q3 plus Q2 Q3. Okay, again what the thing should be kept out of this square bracket is the Q here. Yes, KQ over A. So the Q1 is about only the plus 1, so that doesn't matter here. So Q2, it is the plus 2, so this is the 2 here, plus 2 into minus 4 is equals to minus 8 here, plus plus Q3 is minus 4 here, so this is again minus 4 by now. Okay, well, I have changed the order. This is the correct order here. Okay, so this is it. Minus 4 minus 8 is minus 12, plus 2 is equals to minus 10 here. Value of K is 9 into 10 to the power 9, and value of Q here is equals to 1.0 into 10 to the power minus 7 upon the value of A, saying is equals to 0.1 here into minus 10. So what should be the values by now? By solving all this value, we will end up having a energy saying that is equals to the value will be equals to minus 9 into 10 to the power minus 3 joules. The value is here, minus 9 into 10 to the power minus 3 joules here. Okay. Well, here it is q square here, sorry, and this value should be equals to minus 14 by now. Okay, so this is it, because this value must have a square term, because if you take q and q out of this, so this is q square should be taken out of the bracket, not the q only. So that's why this should be the q square here, and we will end up having this value saying the minus 9 into 10 to the power minus 3 joules here. Okay, so this is it. Well, this is pretty much easier for you to calculate, and this has not so deep concept, so you won't get any disturbance to calculating these results here. Do it yourself and you will find how the things are easier for you, but if you don't, then keep it in mind, because electromagnetism is a paper of deep concepts and literal questions. Yes, the questions are very much literal by now, because they are not so liberal. You have to go through some certain deep concept, the concept that has been discussed for the previous lecture, or that the concept that you have ever studied even for the 11th and 12th class. All the concepts, saying all the vector calculus, all the vector algebra has been discussed here, all the scalar multiplication, all the constants, all the variables applications, or the algebraic concepts has been used in this paper only. This is the electromagnetism, you say, is the literally a bit difficult subject, I can say that. So this is it. I hope that you can go to your answer here. Let me be aside, you can take a screenshot, then you will clear this off and proceed further. Okay, let me clear this off. Okay, let's proceed for a new example here. It says that two equal charges each of 2 microcoulomb are moving towards each other from infinite distance. When distance between them is 10 angstrom, at that time find increase in its potential energy. Okay. This is again the simple formulation of potential energy here. Let's say we have two charges, saying the charge, let's say this is the charge q1 here, and somewhere it is, let's say, the charge q2 here. It has been said that both of these charges are coming towards each other. Let's say these are coming towards each other here in this direction, and these two are coming from infinity. Yes, these two are coming from infinity, but when, let's say, these charges meet up here, and when the distance between them remains only 10 angstrom, the distance remains only 10 angstrom, let's say this is the distance, which is the 10 angstrom here. When they reach at this distance, so let's find out the increase in potential energy. What should be the increase in potential energy for this? Increase in what should be the value of increase in potential energy? So let's talk about the solution here. Well, we have been given that both of these charges are of same magnitude here, and these two charges are equal in magnitude. So let's say q1 is equals to q2, and these charges are equals to 2 microcoulomb. Yes, this is equals to 2 microcoulomb, or you can say 2 into 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb here, because we need the distance in we need the magnitude of charge in column, and as the distance A, you say this is the distance R which is being given that 10 angstrom. So let's change this angstrom into meter here. So this will be equals to 10 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter, and it been said that you can say that 1 into 10 to the power minus 9 meter, or simply you can say that 10 to the power minus 9 meter. You need not to write 1 either. This is equals to the length here. Okay, this is 10 to the power minus 9 meter. According to the definition of potential energy, now according to the definition of potential energy, so what we will going to do now, we will just use the formulation of potential energy. Yes, we will going to use the formula here only. So the formula, you say U is equals to, that is equals to the K Q1 Q2 over R, Q1 Q2 over R. All the values are being given to us, so let's what we are waiting for, just put the values and use them and find out the result here. So this is the 9 into 10 to the power 9 here into, these two values are same, so you can simply say there is a square of the charge here. Yes, 2 into 10 to the power minus 6 got a square there, upon R has a value saying the 10 to the power minus 9 meter here. The value of potential energy again will become out into joules only, but U is equals to, if you are going to solve this value, what we will have here, we will have 36 into 10 to the power 6 joules. Here. This is the result what you are subjected to calculate yourself. I hope that this is pretty much example. It is as much easier that we are not supposed to calculate it over the board here, but it has been the part of a series, so that's why we have to go through this example here. I hope that this example will be the same easier example as per we have discussed for the previous lecture. Take it a screenshot for your reference, and then so with concepts, all these things are easy, but just because of the way they ask a question, that makes it difficult, and that is really been a difficulty for a beginner here. Let me clear this off and proceed for a new example here. This time the question been asked in the way that is, it said that you can say this is the question should brought out from the physical chemistry here. So let's find out what is the type of question it is. In this question it has been asked that the distance between sodium positive and chlorine negative ion. Let's say this is the sodium positive ion is here, also the chlorine negative ion is here, and the distance between them, it has been said that the distance between them is 1 angstrom. This is 1 angstrom, and for this system we are subjected to calculate maximum and the minimum potential at a distance of 10 angstrom from its center. Let's say this is the center here, and we need to get a point which is 10 angstrom away. This is the 10 angstrom away here, and let's say this is the point P here, and we are subjected to calculate potential at point P. What should be the value of potential at point P for this arrangement? So if you know that what is a dipole? This is the sodium positive, so it means that it is 1 positive. This is the chlorine negative, so it means this is the 1 negative here. So this is a charge separation. If you think yourself, then it is a charge separation here. But all the charges are equal in magnitude but opposite in nature. Yes, the positive is opposite of the negative here, but both of the charges are equal in magnitude. Saying this is the 1 positive here, then it is the -1 negative. This is the 1 negative here, sorry, not the -1 negative, that has no sense. This is the 1 negative here and this is the 1 positive here. So these are equal in magnitude but opposite in nature. So that's why you can say that this particular, so these are the points here. This arrangement, the NaCl arrangement, is been called what? This arrangement should be called as a dipole by now. Okay, so this is a dipole. So let's say a point P is a 10 angstrom away from a dipole. Then what should be the value of potential at point P? This is what we are subjected to calculate. But if you remember the formulation that we have been discussed for the last 3 lectures, we have been discussing for the last 4 lectures continuously, one by another, first one, then the next, then the next, then the next. But if you want to go through only this formula, then please go and check the lecture 4th of the series, and there you will get all the values, how do we calculate the potential for this particular arrangement, and this is all for here. Okay. So the value of potential at point P due to a dipole is the potential at a point which has the coordinates saying r and theta due to a dipole is due to a dipole is. So what should be the value of potential? How this has been given? The value of potential V is equals to this is the Kp cos of theta over r square. Well, this P is not used for P here. Well, this P is the dipole moment here. Let's say this not saying P, let's say this is the Q into D, because if you are going to the P, then you are subjected to calculate P here. Well, this is the point P here, but this is the dipole moment, so I just wrote in form the Q and D here. Well, we do not have the value of theta at all, but we are going to find out. As you remember, for the maximum potential, the theta must be equals to 0, but for the minimum potential, the theta could be equals to 90 degree here. Okay, this is the value of potential. We have the values of 9 into 10 to the power 9 for the K. We have the value of Q also here, which has been said that the value of Q here, what is the value of Q? Let's say this is the plus Q here, so this is the electronic charge, so it is equals to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb here. This is the Newton meter square over coulomb square. The distance D is been given 1 angstrom. So the 1 angstrom is been written saying that the 10 to the power minus 10 meter here. Yes, that is 10 to the power minus 10 meter. This is the angstrom distance. Also, we have been given the value of R here. Yes, what is the value of R? That has been given the 10 angstrom, or you can say this is 10 to the power minus 9 meters. Okay. First, let's calculate the maximum potential. But for the maximum potential, you remember the cos of theta must be equals to 1. And the cos of theta, when will the value of cos of theta will equals to 1? The value of cos of theta will be equals to 1 only if when theta will approach to 0. For the minimum value of theta, cos will approach its maximum value here. Theta must be equals to 0 degree, and this implies that the cos of theta will be equals to 1 here. So the V maximum, what is the value of maximum potential? This is simply you say that is the KQD over R square. So the value of K, that is it's set to 9 into 10 to the power 9 into the value of Q, this is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 into the value of D, which has been set 10 to the power minus 10 upon the value of R square. R is equals to 10 to the power minus 9 meter, 10 to the power 9 square. So what should be the value of maximum potential? I am not going to calculate all these values, but I just write the result here. That is equals to 0.144 volts. 0.144 volts. Volt is the unit here. Also the minimum value of potential, for minimum potential cos theta should be equals to, what does the value of cos of theta will equals to? 0. Theta must be equals to pi by 2 here, and this will approach that the cos of theta will be equals to 0 by now. And when the cos of theta will be equals to 0, then you say that V minimum will be equals to 0. So this is what you are come up with. This is the 0 volts here. Yes, and this is the maximum potential, and this is the minimum potential by now. So I hope that you can calculate this one example also in the very similar way as which I have calculated it. So you are subjected to come up with these two results here. You just have to keep it in mind that the point is at point P. We do not know that if it is a axial point or if it is a equatorial point. Just we assume that, let's say this is making an angle theta here. Let's say this is the angle theta which is the point P is making from the center of the dipole. We don't know what is the exact value of theta here, but we are subjected to calculate the maximum and minimum potential. If the theta is equals to 0, it means that the point P lies in this equatorial position, in its parallel position or in equatorial position, then the potential will be maximum. But if the point P lies on its equatorial plane, let's say this is at a perpendicular distance, then the potential will be minimum here, saying that V minimum is equals to 0 volt. Let me be aside, you can take a screenshot for your reference, and then we will proceed for a new example here. Well, I hope that you are done with the screenshot here. So let me clear this off and let's proceed for a new example, which is also important in the sense of potential energy here. Okay. So the next example, it said that the dipole moment is already given. The dipole moment has been given for a HCl molecule. So the dipole moment of HCl molecule is the dipole moment of HCl molecule is 3.4 into 10 to the power minus 30. into 10 to the power minus 30 Coulomb meter. Okay. We are subjected to calculate the distance between the ions. What should be the distance between the ions? First, what would be the distance between the ions of, saying the H plus and the Cl negative? What should be the distance here? Also calculate what will be the potential energy of an electron at a distance of 20 angstrom. potential energy of electron at a distance (20 angstrom) from the center on the line joining ions. From the center of the dipole. So let's find out. Begin with the solution here. If you remember that the dipole moment is equals to charge into the distance between the ions. Okay. So the thing given is the charge has been given because the charge is in electronic form. So the Q will equals to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb here. The potential P has been given, so the distance could be calculated simply using the mathematics here. Okay, P is equals to QD. P is equals to 3.4 into 10 to the power minus 30. This has been coulomb meter, not the centimeter here. This is the coulomb here, this is the meter here. So this is it. Okay. 3.4 into 10 to the power minus 30 has been given. The charge Q is again given 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 here. But the value of D is been subjected to calculate. So D will be equals to 3.4 into 10 to the power minus 30 over 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19, and this will be equals to 0.212 angstrom. Okay, this should be the value here, 0.212 angstrom. So we have calculated the first batch here. So let's find out the answer for the second question. For the second question, it says that a point P is situated. Let's say the molecule saying that this is the H plus here and this is the Cl negative here. It says that a point is situated for an electron situated at a distance saying what is the distance here? This distance is 20 angstrom here, or let's calculate what is this? The potential energy of this electron. The electron, let's say the electron is here at this point, some sort of point here. At this point there is an electron which is about 20 angstrom here. So what should be the value of potential energy by now? The potential energy of electron, first we should calculate the potential. Potential of the electron having the value saying the r and theta are the coordinates here. Let's say this is making an angle theta with the center of the dipole, because H plus and Cl negative are forming a dipole here. So let's say this is the distance here for the dipole, and this has been given as the 20 angstrom. If you write angstrom in sense of meters, then you can say that this is 20, you say 20 into 10 to the power minus 10 meters here, or simply you can say 2 into 10 to the power minus 9. Okay, 2 into 10 to the power minus 9 meter here. So the potential of the electron V is equals to given by, that is given as V is equals to K Q D cos of theta, but simply we will use P here because P is already been given to us. The dipole moment Kp cos of theta over R square. The value of K you know is 9 into 10 to the power 9 into the value of dipole moment is been given here. This is 3.4 into 10 to the power minus 30, and cosine of theta here over R square, which is equals to 2 into 10 to the power minus 9 square. This is the cos of theta here because we do not know the exact value of theta there. So the potential at this point, well, the potential will exist only for the maximum value here. We will go for a maximum value. So if we get the maximum value V maximum here, that will equals to the Kp over R square only. this will be equals to set that 9 into 10 to the power 9 into 3.4 into 10 to the power minus 30 there upon 2 into 10 to the power minus 19, sorry, minus 9 square. Cos of theta again approach to 1 because we are going to deal with the maxima here, the maxima of potential. Well, this is equals to 1, not 0. Okay. So what should be the value of potential energy by now? The potential energy will equal to minus EV for this value. Is there any minus quantity here? No, there is no minus here. The potential energy for electron is been given as U is equals to minus EV. If you are going to solve this whole value here, then solving this whole value you will have, you will end up having a result. Let me say there is a minus EV here. So need some space. Let's erase this above expression here. Let's erase this. This is U, and the value of U will be equals to U here minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 into V, 9 into 10 to the power 9 into 3.4 into 10 to the power minus 30 upon 2 into 10 to the power minus 19 square. So now the value of U, the maximum potential energy by now, after solving this whole thing, will be equals to minus 7.65 into, this is equals to minus 12.24, minus 12.24 into 10 to the power minus 22 joules. And if you do not want to go through a joule representation, this is the this is enough answer here. If you solve up to here, you will be given full marks, but you can specify this answer again, changing the joules into electron volt. That will be equals to minus 7.65 into 10 to the power minus 3. Minus 7.65 into 10 to the power minus 3 electron volt there. Okay. So this is what we are subjected to calculate here. The value of U, we have got two different values. These are the answers here. You can get the answers of your choice. Well, I hope that these examples are enough for you. Well, first let me be aside. You should take a screenshot, then I will thank you all. Well, this is the example here. Let me give you a quick reason by now. The quick reason is saying the dipole moment has been given here. This is the dipole moment. The distance between the ion is subjected to calculate. The dipole moment P is given as Q into D. We are subjected to find out D here. The Q is been given and the P is been given. The P is been given, but Q is understood because the charge of electron is equals to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb here. So D will be equals to P over Q, this upon this, and this will give us to 0.212 angstrom here. This is the one answer here which we are subjected to calculate also. Okay. Then after this we are subjected to calculate the potential energy, but before going to the potential energy, we should calculate the total value of potential, and we will go for a maximum value because the maximum value will the only value that will exist, but the minimum value will be 0. So for 0 there should be no potential energy, and it cannot be said that any particular molecule or particular electron will go for a 0 energy. Everything must have some certain amount of energy associated with them. So using the same concept, we go for a maximum value of potential here. This is the value of potential that which is required and after calculating this value, this should be calculated in volts here. Okay, so this has been calculated, and the potential energy has been given. U is equals to minus E into V, where E is the electronic charge here and V is the total value of potential. It's been said that V maximum here, that will give you the maximum potential energy. So the maximum potential energy by now is given in this expression, and by solving this we will end up having two units here. One is the joules, and then expressing joules in terms of electron volt. So this is it which we are subjected to calculate, and we have done with this example. So that's all for today's lecture. Thank you very much for all your patience, and thank you very much for all the viewers for watching this video. And if you have learned something new from this video, then consider to like this video, give a thumbs up, so it will be appreciation to us, and we will try to provide you more interactive content and more expressive content for you to enhancing your knowledge and enhancing your learning. So thank you very much again for watching the video, and if you are new here and if you hadn't subscribed the channel yet, then please go and subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Show us your support by sharing this video. And thank you very much again and again for you, and have a great day ahead and a happy learning. This is the Mehta PG College Online Study Portal signing off.